Are you crazy? Because I know I am, and this is Cardfight Crazy. And in this video I have part unboxing, part deck profile. So I'm going to do an unboxing of the Blaster Aichi Sendou Legend deck, and then I am going to do a deck profile of my moderately finished build, because when you can avoid spending money, why not do so? So I'm actually taking pieces from my Alfred Ezzel Legion deck, and I will be moving those into the Legend deck, combining it, and figuring out some kind of a working deck that I would enjoy playing. First thing to do is just get in here, take a look at all the cards. I know plenty of them, not all of them, so I like to take the time, read all the skills, and just go over every card. That's the way I prefer to do things. Take it slow. So a real quick look at the box without the cards in it. Blaster Aichi Sendou on the top, Blaster Aichi Sendou on the bottom. On the left we have a Marin, on the right we have Epona Perfect Guard, counter charger. Then there's Aichi himself. On the back it showcases the deck box, the counter, 5,000, 10,000. The Holy Dragon Religious Soul Saver promo, there will be 2 copies. Contents, what is Cardfight Vanguard G, Cardfight Vanguard G Legend deck, the Blaster Aichi Sendou. And this is tape on it too. Alright, I'll just go at it, and the order it comes to me. The deck box. I like these ones. I like them more for storing just extra cards instead of actually storing a deck. I did use the Kai one from the Kai Legend deck for my Overlords for quite a while, because it's one of the few deck boxes that I had available, and then I bought more. I'm trying to remember how these things fold in. Actually can't right now. Like that, I believe. It could be the inside. Okay, yeah, inside I'm gonna go with. And then down. Take a look at the deck box. Constructed, Marriott Soul Saver, Holy Alfred Saver? Something like that. We'll see once we get to the card, it'll be one on the top. And Blaster Blade Exceed. Cardfight Vanguard G, Legend Deck 03, the Blaster Aichi Sendou. And Cardfight Vanguard G logo. There. I like the Legend decks. If I could go back in time, I would have bought one of the Diablo ones. It's just one of those things that comes out once a year. I find little reason not to buy it. If I know that I'm going to play it, and I know I'm going to play this one because I'm going to do the adjustments to it to combine it with the Legion deck. And Overlords was one that I really enjoyed, and I'd go back. I probably wouldn't do too much to the Diablo one, but if I could go back in time, I would have bought it. The Blaster Aichi Sendou. Just gonna have to slide that out. Lift the camera up a little bit. There's a better picture. You can see both of them. So this one does not come with circles or anything, just like the last one, I believe. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure the last one was Kai. I think he was on the left, and then on the right, Aichi's position was Dragonic Overlord the Legend. Let's see what we got here. Aichi Sendou on the left side with his name. Top left corner, Arise, my avatar, Blaster Blade, the history. Oh, Blaster Blade. We will see a beautiful copy of Blaster Blade in this deck. A swordsman of light with the Blade of Courage. It has the ability to retire an opponent's unit when placed, and this ability can be activated from both the vanguard and the rearguard circles. The fateful card that guided Aichi to become a vanguard fighter. Aichi was frail during his elementary school years. The ones that helped him along were Toshiki Kai and Blaster Blade. Picture of Kai handing him Blaster Blade in the anime, him holding the Blaster Blade, and that would be from episode 1, because you can see Miwa's elbow right there. It might be Morikawa's, but I can't remember. It's somebody's elbow. And that's episode 1, the first time he rode Blaster Blade. Yep. And he had no grade 3s in his deck at the time. The original season of Cardfight Vanguard anime is my favorite card-related season of a show of all time. I think it's one of the most perfect ones. Let's see, what does it say? His bonds with Kai has strengthened the power of his imagination. Despite Kai's encouragement with try to imagine yourself becoming powerful, just like the warrior on that card I gave you, Aichi couldn't overcome his weaknesses. However, Aichi's reunion with Kai during his junior high school years helped him grow stronger with Cardfight. I'm gonna go through it all. I've watched a few unboxings and they glance over this, but I've never actually read it yet. Influenced by Psyqualia. Overcoming Psyqualia's influence, the light and dark blaster units were accepted into Majesty and provided the power to merge both as one, becoming Majesty Lord Blaster from BT05. Shatter the ambitions of Leon and the Void. Ooh, Blazing Lion Platinum Ezzel from BT09 Season 2. So yeah, BT05 was the end of Season 1, BT09 the end of Season 2. As the leader of Team Q4, he participated in the Asia Circuit with the Gold Paladin clan. He defeats the descendant of Aquaforce users, Leon Soryu, with the ultimate break skill of Platina Ezzel. Memories of Aichi Sendou's Raging Clashes from BT15 Liberator Monarch Sanctuary Alfred. Sacrificing himself, Blaster Joker. Oh gosh. Release those that have been trapped. During the invasion by Link Joker to save Kai, who became reversed, Aichi used the ultimate power of Monarch to disperse the threat of the Black Rings from the world. The end of Season 3, BT15. And then from Trial Deck 17, Photon. And from the set, BT17. And BT17 version E, because we got a different BT16 and BT17. Blaster Joker. Aichi became the host of the Seed of Link Joker. The ones who came to his rescue were Kai and Blaster Blade. Season 4 was good too. I wish they stuck around with Legion a little more. It'd just be nice. I mean, who knows, maybe one of the things they could do is just like all Legion gets triple drive now. Maybe that would make people play it again. And then you can come out with new ones. For a time, they were supporting Legion, and the Gear Chronicle deck I run is actually the Legion deck, all from the Clan Booster. Well, mostly from the Clan Booster. And in that Clan Booster, they also got a Ride Chain for no reason. And then for no reason, the Ride Chain, its grade 3 goes and gets Chronojet. It's quite ridiculous there. And here we have the Blaster Aichi Sendou. Back onto the topic at hand, the Royal Paladin Legend deck. So number 1 is Little Tactician Marin. When placed during GB1, if your Vanguard is Alfred or Blaster, you can call a unit from your deck and give it power plus 3000. Make full use of the skill of Little Tactician Marin. Oh, another one. Bringer of... Oh, I think they're just showing the grade. God damn it. They're just showing the grade. Thought they were giving me an order to read these in. No. Alright, well let's go through the other one. The other grade one on here is Bringer of Divine Grace Epona. Becoming a Sentinel, Epona guards your vanguards completely by just discarding one card from your hand. Countercharge one if you have a card with the same card name in your drop zone. Grade 2 they chose to showcase Champion of Silence Galatine, an elite Royal Paladin who became a champion. Galatine gains the skill to get shield plus 5,000 with GB1, protect your Blaster Vanguard with Intercept. Stride, Ace card, let's go to the grade 3, Ace card, Blaster Blade Exceed. With the name of Blaster Blade, it allows you to retire an opponent's rearguard when placed. When you stride, as you can add a Blaster Blade. Alright, when placed, alright, there we go. Blaster Blade Exceed. With the name of Blaster Blade, it allows you to retire an opponent's rearguard when placed. When you stride, as you can add a Blaster Blade from your deck to your hand, call it immediately and connect to the ability of Alfred. And the Stride grade 4, Divine Knight, King Alfred Holy Saver. Illuminate the path to hope with the blade of courage that protects the weak. G-Zone, power up Holy Saver, power up with Holy Saver and get a trigger chance. Attack with a line of 21,000 power. The ultimate formation. Give a Blaster Blade rearguard plus 3,000 in Twin Drive. Add a Blaster Blade to your hand when you stride. Put this card into your soul and add a Alfred or Blaster to your hand. Countercharge is possible when its ability, when placed. It gets power plus 3,000 during GB1 when your Vanguard is Alfred or Blaster. Drive check Lou. Of course, sack crits. Add more and more Alfred and Blaster to your hand with the power of Knights. Oh, that took a while to go through. Of course it took a while to go through. I'd take forever. So, set that to the side. Next thing is the first guide. This I'm actually not going to go over. It's nice, helpful. Comes in a little booklet. And the counter plus 5,000 with Aichi and Blaster Blade Exceed, and the plus 10,000 side with Alfred Holy Saver. Royal Paladin Clan card. And 2 promos, both of which are Holy Dragon Religious Soul Saver. Holy Dragon Religious Soul Saver skill. Auto from Vanguard, of course, counterblast 1 and choose a face down Holy Dragon Religious Soul Saver from your G-Zone and turn it face up. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, if you have a heart card with Blaster in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 3 of your units and they get plus 5,000 until end of turn. Then if the number of cards in your soul with Blaster in its card name is 2 or more, this unit gets plus 1 critical until end of turn. A good Stride to give out as the promo with 2 copies. Just like last year's promo Stride was Dragonic Overlord the Ace. A good choice then. We have the 2 halves, so that way it can be nice and pretty when packaged, showing you the 2 main cards of the deck. I don't know which one I want to go through first, because you could see the Hot Stamp Blaster Blade Exceed, or just going through that way. So, tails, heads, heads. Stole a card from the back. That's okay. And a Blaster Blade Exceed to start this off. Counterblast 1. When your G unit with Saver in its card name stride during your turn, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to one card with Blaster Blade in its card name, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. So you can search out Blaster Blade Exceed, you can search out Blaster Blade Spirit, you can search out Blaster Blade Seeker, and Blaster Blade, and any other Blaster Blades that they come out with in Royal Paladin. In Extreme Fight, you could search out Blaster Blade Liberator. Auto, Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, you may pay the cost. You do choose one of your opponent's Grade 1 or greater Rearguards and retire it. A little difference, because Blaster Blade normally, with his Rearguards, it's Grade 2. Blaster Blade Spirit has to hit a Grade 2 or greater. And nope. That's alright. So 4 copies of Blaster Blade Exceed. No hot stamped. Oh well. Great Flash Assault. The G Guardian. So Counterblast 1, when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if you Vanguard with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 for each of your rearguards until end of battle. And that's 2 Great Flash Assaults. Champion of Silence Galatine. Continuous GB1. This unit gets plus 5,000 shield in the Guardian Circle. In Vanguard or Rearguard, if you do not have a unit with Blaster in its card name on your Vanguard or Rearguard, this unit gets minus 2,000. So ride him and he gets minus 2,000. Then you call a Blaster Blade and he's back up. So there's 2 copies. I just don't really like them. I also find it funny that they gave Galatine the 5k intercept instead of finding a way to work Gordon into here. Or the 10k intercept there instead of finding, well, not just intercept, 10k guard instead of finding a way to work Gordon in. Knight of Virtue Bedivere. So auto rearguard generation break 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a unit with Alfred or Blaster in its card name on your Vanguard circle or rearguard circle, this unit gets plus 3k until end of that battle. When this unit is placed on Rearguard, choose one of your Knight of Benevolence K in the same column as this unit. It gets plus 2k until end of turn. If you chose a unit, Soul Charge 1. 4 copies. And there is the full art Blaster Blade. It looks really nice. Auto, Counterblast 2. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, you may pay the cost you do. Choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. And then Counterblast 2. When this unit is placed on Rearguard, if you have a Royal Paladin Vanguard, you may pay the cost if you do. Choose one of your opponent's Grade 2 or greater rearguards and retire it. There's the part where I was talking about the Grade 2 or greater. And Wingull Youth. Rearguard auto, when an attack hits a Vanguard during the battle, this unit attacked or boosted. Look at the top 7 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 card with Blaster Blade in its card name from among them. Put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand, put this unit into your soul. 4 copies. Bringer of Divine Grace Epona. Countercharging Perfect Guard. 4 copies. Flogel is a crit again. Pink Comet Flogel. 4 copies. And New Art Margle. Put this unit into your soul, choose up to one of your Royal Paladin, and it gets plus 3k until end of turn. The second side. Starting with Divine Knight King Alfred Holy Saver. Act, once per turn, Generation Break 2. Counterblast 1 and choose a face-down card with the same card name as this unit from your G-Zone. Turn it face up, choose a card from your hand, discard it. If you have a heart card with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, choose one of your rearguards with Blaster Blade in its card name until end of turn it gets plus 3k, and during this unit's first battle of this turn, this unit performs Twin Drive. So you can choose Blaster Blade Exceed, Blaster Blade Spirit, Blaster Blade Seeker. All of those just has to have Blaster Blade in its card name. And you get 4 copies. because it's a G Persona Blast. Holy Dragon Myriad Soul Saver. Soul Blast 3 when this unit attacks a Vanguard. If you have a hard card with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, you pay the cost you do. Choose up to 5 of your rear guards, they get plus 5k until end of turn. 2 copies. The other Grade 3, Blazing Twin Blades Palamedes. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, the number of your other Grade 3 or greater units is 2 or more, this unit gets plus 10k until end of that battle. 4 copies. 2 copy, flips. Star Hope Trumpeter. Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, if you have a Vanguard with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, you may pay the cost you do. Search your deck for up to 1 card, call it to rearguard, it gets plus 3k until end of turn, shuffle your deck. 4 copies. Knight of Benevolence K. So the K in Bedivire's. Auto, Rearguard, Generation Break 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a unit with Alfred or Blaster in its card name on your Vanguard or Rearguard, this unit gets plus 3k until the end of that battle. When this unit is placed on Rearguard, choose one of your Knight of Virtue Bedivere in the same column. This unit gets plus 2k until the end of turn. If you chose a unit, countercharge 1. 4 copies. Little Tactician Marin. Auto, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, if you have a Vanguard with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, you may pay the cost that you do. Search your deck for up to 1 card, call it to rearguard, it gets plus 3k until end of turn, and shuffle your deck. 2 copies. The starter is Blue Scud Barkgull. Counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul. Search your deck for up to 1 card with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Generation Break 1 Act. 4 copies of Nova Knight Lu. And 4 copies of Yggdrasil Inheritor Elaine. Alright, that was the unboxing. Now I'm going to move into the second part. I'm going to move into the... Now I'm going to move into the second part, the deck profile, the making of the deck here. So first thing I want to do is find cards that I know I'm going to keep in here. The Strides, just the G-Zone. I know I'm going to keep that because my Legion deck, really a Legion deck, meaning there was no reference to Stride or GB1 minus the 2 cards that I kept trying to replace, which were 2 stand triggers. So my G-Zone to start will be the 8 units that come with the deck. Questions of the starter. Blue Scud Barkgull. GB1, you just go get it. This you have to have an Alfred. It's not going to be that hard. It's really, I mean, it's not going to be too hard to have an Alfred. You could stride into Alfred Holy Saver to have it. I don't have Wingull Brave. And this can go get anything. It calls it to rear guard. And both Counterblast 1 and go into Soul. This is not GB1. Only gets a grade 2 or less. This can get the grade 3 Blaster Blade. This can only get the grade 2. Put it in a hand and leave it there. Immediately call. I think I'll stick with Blue Scud Barkgull for now and try it out. Triggers. Well, I know I'm gonna take out 4 Yggdrasil Inheritors. I'm gonna put 4 Yggdrasil Maidens. Because I have to say, in my opinion, this is the worst art I have ever seen in Vanguard. I completely hate it. There's nothing about it that I like. So I would rather go with the original Elaines. So that's what I'm going to do. Then, of course, crits, I'm going to throw in 4 Floral Paladin Flogels. I gotta have Royal Paladin Flogel. Restand Blaster Blade. Simple. Restanding Blaster Blade. For other triggers, I'm gonna keep one of them. I'm gonna throw in 2 copies of the other Margle. Because I like both arts. I like the shiny version, so I got 3 foil, 1 regular the new art. So that way it's 2 and 2. And then the decision came down. Do I want to run rainbows? Do I want to just run the crits? Blaster Blade only gets the twin drive on its first attack. And if it's specifically grade 2 Blaster Blade, then you can restand it already with Flogel. But being able to hit a stand trigger off of the twin drive, it continues the attack. Meaning for me, I'm going to try it out. Going to be running. These are the only 4 stand triggers I have for Royal Paladins. I'm going to be trying out running 4 stands, so full rainbows, actually. What might happen is I might minus the draw down to 2 to increase the crit to 6. And in fact, as I'm saying that, I like the idea of downing it by 1. I don't mind running odd numbers like 5, 3, and 4. Generally I'll do, I don't know, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I think that six, 2, and 4 is what's going to work. For me. That could be any number. You can do anything you want with it. These are just choosing based on the cards that I have, what I generally think I'm going to like. Yeah, for that I'll try. So 4 stands, 2 draw, 6 crit, 4 heal. So I got the starter, got the triggers, grade 3s. Blaster Blade Exceeds. So, what I'm working with and deciding between, I know I want Blaster Blade Exceed. I know I want my 1 copy of him. Then it's Alfred and Ezzel. So the Ezzel-Alfred Legion. So in order to get the Alfred or Blaster name, you have to Legion. But it's got a really, really great skill once you can use it. I think I like 2 Ezzel, 1 Alfred for the late game. So I'm talking the really late game. You ride the Ezzel, you seek the mate, you have the other Ezzel in hand. You'd Soul Blast 2, pitch the Ezzel, and then you'd get a 2, a 1, and a 0. And in one of those you'd get Tarna, who would ride Alfred. You'd then be able to Legion again with Blaster Blade as his mate. And if you have 5 rear guards, you gain the crit. So the really late game, you can pull off a double Legion turn. Just out of nowhere if you have those 2 in hand. So it was tempting for me to play 8 grade 3s this way. Potentially even 9 grade 3s. But for now, I'm going to run 8 for Blaster Blade Exceed. Because Blaster Blade Exceed is my main ride target. Barring that, I'd like to go into Alfred the 14th. First, and then just holding on to those in my hand. Holding on to 2 Ezzels in my hand for really late game if it comes down to it and the deck's really thin. You could send back, I mean really all you gotta do is send back the cards to call, and probably Alfred, if Alfred made it in the way into your hand. If Alfred's still in the deck, then you don't have to send back Alfred. I know there'll be some games where I'm forced to ride Ezzel, but that's just the risk I'm willing to take. 8 grade 3s. Now on to grade 2s. Grade 2s are simple. Blaster Blades. Easy. Easy part. 4 Blaster Blades. Gotta have them in there, gotta use the skill, gotta lead them with them. Blaster Blade Spirit, only have 1. That's what I'm gonna roll with, Blaster Blade Spirit. 3 copies of Lou. Lou to fetch out more Blaster Blades. You can only grab, can you grab grade 2s? Grab anything or grab grade 2s? You can grab grade 2 cards with Blaster. So we can grab Blaster Blade Spirit, Blaster Blades. Can't grab it, can't get Exceed, but that's okay. For when on Alfred, be it Stride or Ride, he's an 11k attacker. And if he hits, you counterblast 1, fetch out a Blaster Blade. 1 card with Blaster Blade in its name, so it can be Blaster Blade Exceed, it could be regular old Blaster Blade Spirit. They fetch it out, and its skill, its auto skill, end call, retire, becomes free. So you get to call it. You call it to the rear guard that Amas is on. Amas will retire. Then for free, you get to activate Exceed, Spirit, or Blaster Blade's retire skill. And to facilitate that double Legion turn, I gotta run Tarna. So Tarna, when it's placed on rear guard, if you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Alfred in its card name and all your Vanguards are stand, search your deck for the 1 card with Alfred in its card name, write it as stand, shuffle your deck, and it gains +5 to game. It gains plus 5,000. So you gotta be in Legion with Ezzel and Alfred to make it work. And then you can go grab Alfred 14th, or Alfred Exceed, whatever you want to call him. So for grade 2s, that is a total of 1, 2, so 1, 3, 6, 11? 11. So I like 11. 11 I think is a good solid number for grade 2s. I could increase the Lou if I had one. I just don't. What I think I do want to do is increase the Spirits up to 2. But because I'm making a full deck profile right now, and just for the kicks, because I did this in my Legion deck, because it's legal, and it's fun, it's my deck so I don't care. I'll run 12 grade 2s, and I will run 1 copy of Blaster Dark. Because you can use his skill when you ride him. Counterblast 2 when he's on Vanguard, retire one of your opponent's rear guards. Just gotta have another Royal Paladin on the field or else your triggers can't activate. But because it is a Royal Paladin deck, you can run him. And you can search him with Lou. So even though there's no MLB or anything, he's just fun, he's worthy. I enjoy just running 1 Blaster Dark. I don't have a Shadow Paladin deck, so being able to run 1 Blaster Dark here is great. So 8, 12, that's 20, that's 37, so 13 grade 1s will start. Only have 2, unfortunately. Blaster Friend Bark Goals. I'd run 4 if I had them. Just that simple. Blaster Friend Bark Goal, way too good. So, off of that, I think I'll go with 2 copies of Little Tactician Marin. The 4, of course, countercharging PGs. So that's 8. Bengal Youth. Oh, did I only throw one copy of Marin? No, I threw 2 copies of Marin in there. Okay, yeah, just 2. Bengal Youth. Can't do K. Can go into Myriad, he's not going to be there, but if you don't go into Myriad and you need the counterblasts, Packle. I have 1 copy of Packle. If I were focusing the deck more on the Alfred Legion with the rest of this as support, I'd probably run Unos, but I'm not. And another option would be Lien, drop and draw. Potentially even Hudapless if I was focusing on the Alfred, but I'm focusing on the Blaster. Because I don't have Alfred Oath and he's way too much money. And right now I'm just trying to avoid spending money, because why not? It's always a good plan. 5, 9, 11, 13. There we go. That should be the deck. One final count of everything. So 6, 8 strides and 2 G guards, so 10 in the G zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Now I gotta de-sleeve, and now I gotta sleeve this all up together instead of just having this mishmash pile of cards in sleeves and cards out of sleeves. But I've been Joey, and this has been a long video doing an unboxing of the Blaster Aichi Sendou Legend deck, and then a deck profile of what I'm turning it into, because I don't want to spend any more money. Because I just don't feel like it. I was trying to trade cards for it. I was hoping somebody would take the offer, buy the Legend deck, and just trade me. I got cards worth the value. Because avoid spending money where you can. And so I bought the Legend deck and decided I was going to avoid spending money on other cards. I'm going to try to trade for other stuff. I think Jacob's got some extra laser guards. Alright, I'm signing off. Well, this has been Cardfight Crazy. And I hope Blaster Blade is crazy too.